Alright, what's everyone, Putfunder here, and today I'm gonna be showing you all of the features in the new update that happened for Killing Floor 2.
Yeah, boy.
But yeah, this update is actually called Yuletide Horror, and the only thing horrific about it is the lack of content.
Yeah, boy.
But yeah, as per usual with these seasonal updates, yeah, we do get a bunch of seasonal objectives. You know, defeat a boss, use a tentacle trap, use a suction trap. But yeah, these objectives are actually gonna take you roughly a week to complete if you don't play this game on the daily, but if you do play it on the daily, you can complete it in less than a day. Seasonal, by the way.
Yeah, boy.
Anyways, in this quote-unquote Christmas update, we do get Sanitarium. And for those of you who are unaware, this is a map made by the community. And on top of that, it also won first place on the best maps for Killing Floor survival mode, when they actually held the contest. But yeah, now I'm just gonna go into the game, and I'm just gonna show you this map's features and the best camping spot, in my opinion. So yeah, you're always going to be spawning in this position, and I do recommend just going straight for, you know, the house, which is right over there, and this is like the best path you can take, because, you know, I am the pathfinder, so I, you know, always find the best paths, and of course you get greeted by a bunch of clots. Doesn't matter, because you can just book it as fast as you can. You can even break the window to get to that camping position very fast, but if clots do that, just go through the door. And here we go, this is gonna be the best camping spot on the map, arguably. But yeah, the reason this is the best camping spot is because they're gonna be funneling only in this direction. They're gonna be coming up the stairs, and they're also gonna be coming from that direction, but if you have like a decent, you know, team setup, yeah, this shouldn't be that difficult. I mean, I should probably mention that they come from this vent, and if you stand directly below them, yeah, they're gonna step on you. And I died multiple times for that. But I mean, if you guys have any good ass freaking camping spots, then be sure to share them in the comments, cause I mean, on this place, yeah, I had quite a good success rate, you know, of winning on this map. Oh, and by the way, these two seasonal objectives actually require you to play on this map, because this map has these two traps. But yeah, if you're actually gonna be playing short on wave 3, you can actually use these traps, and on top of that, some freaking monsters are gonna start appearing from the water. And here we go, your screen's gonna be shaking for like a very short amount of time, and you're gonna get greeted by, I don't know, something. Not sure exactly what the hell it is, but it definitely is a tentacle type of dude. Not a fan, personally. Oh, and there is ya boy tentacle dude. And you can't even kill him. Disappointed. But yeah, I should probably mention that this map is a combination between indoor and outdoor, and you're most likely gonna be indoors for the majority of the time. But yeah, now I'm just gonna go and quickly show you where the two traps are. So this is gonna be the tentacle trap, and you pull this lever, and it's gonna be whacking some clots. And you have to kill 20 of them, which is not, you know, that difficult to complete, but it does have a little bit of a recharge on it, but nothing too crazy, as you can see. So yeah, that is the tentacle trap, and down here we have the suction trap. And it's right over here with this lever, and there's also a lever on the other side, and that dude is gonna be popping up. And keep in mind, he can also suck you in, and he's also gonna be doing some poison freaking damage. Kinda cool, if you ask me. But yeah, on wave 4, you're actually gonna get greeted by a big ass freaking flashbound, but apparently his name is Cthulhu in this map, and he actually looks pretty freaking sick, if you ask me. And if you actually fly near him, yeah, the dude's actually listening to some sick-ass freaking beats. I mean, look at that dude, I swear to God, man. But yeah, this is pretty much what the map has to offer. It does look pretty freaking cool, but it just doesn't fit the whole, you know, Christmas type of atmosphere, but for Halloween maybe, but not for Christmas. So yeah, this is Sanitarium. It has some traps, it has some, you know, good ass freaking camping spots, and the atmosphere of the whole map entirely is pretty good. And now let's move on to objective mode on Biotics Lab.
Yeah, boy.
And here we go, this is objective mode in Biotics Lab, and is it any different to, you know, other objective maps? Yeah, you're gonna be disappointed, because it's the same. So yeah, the first objective is gonna be stand your ground for a solid minute and a half. And by the way, this, you know, stand your ground objective is, you know, nothing new. But I mean, on this map there is literally nothing new, as far as I know. But yeah, man, on multiplayer this is actually a little bit more difficult, but for solo, yeah, this is piss easy. And for, you know, multiplayer, only the first objective is kind of hard because you're gonna be like running out of ammo, so I do recommend a bunch of firebugs, maybe like a demo and a medic plus a berserker, because, you know, berserkers don't worry about ammunition. So yeah, if you have successfully survived for a minute and a half, then you're just gonna finish the first objective and you got a lot more copy-paste objectives to do. And here we go, the second objective is gonna be up here and you're just gonna have to collect data pods. Something you had to do in all of the other maps. But I mean, what can you do, right? But yeah, if you're playing solo, I do recommend picking, you know, a perk that's actually fast, because I mean, it's pretty freaking easy if you have a fast freaking perk, right? But yeah, on multiplayer, just be sure to have like a medic behind your ass so he can heal you, so you can, you know, carry that shit as fast as possible. And I do also recommend that the berserker actually picks it up, because if slow motion hits and you have, you know, the Spartan skill, he's actually gonna be, you know, carrying that faster. So yeah, once you actually have all of the data pods, you just go, put them back, and then you just kill the Zeds, and it's pretty much a GG. So yeah, this objective is going to be you killing a lot of clots. And yep, there's a lot of freaking clots. So yeah, on solo, you're gonna actually have to kill 75 Zeds, which is, you know, not the hardest thing ever, but keep in mind, they're only gonna be rioters and, you know, clots. Which is, you know, pretty freaking easy if you have something like a trash clearing type of perk. So yeah, after a long ass freaking time, you're gonna be like slowly destroying their numbers, and yeah, I mean, a trash clearing perk is required for, you know, this wave. Something like a firebug or a SWAT, commando, support, you know, demolitionist, you know, shit like that. But I mean, overall, this objective is kind of like, I know, saying, oh, we didn't even know what the hell to put in, so here, have some clots. I mean, that's how it feels like, pretty much. So yeah, once you actually finish this objective, yeah, you're gonna be greeted by a generic other objective. So yeah, this objective is going to be you pressing, you know, E a couple of times on this, you know, computer. Yeah, very cool. I mean, fair enough, you do have a lot of, like, water pounds and, you know, other shit you do have to keep in mind. And of course, that didn't kill him for whatever reason, but he did. Yeah, I mean, this is like one of the most, how should I say, I know, chaotic areas, but I mean, once you do actually, you know, freeze, or should I say press the button, yeah, some Zeds are actually gonna get frozen, so that's kind of like a little bit nice at least. Okay, time for an aid, and Lego. Easy. But yeah, these objectives, they're just, I know, tedious, because, I mean, you've been doing the same shit over and over again on, like, other maps they introduced. So yeah, hopefully in 2020, shit is actually gonna be changing, because otherwise, yeah, rest in pepperoni's killing floor. Okay, stupid ass clouds don't even want to... no, go away. I mean, it's not like the hardest objective ever, but it definitely is kind of chaotic. And now I only need to pull the lever one more time, and I'm getting, like, destroyed by a bunch of stalkers and ya boy spooders. And now I need to heal, because reasons are stupid ass Seedars, man. Kinda bloat. Oh, of course. Oh, press the button. But I can't, because there's a bunch of things running around. Then here we go, we wrecked the DNA, fam. But yeah, if you're playing multiplayer, yeah, you're gonna be most likely having a bunch of, you know, trash clearing perks and maybe like a gunslinger for the big dudes. So yeah, this is not all that difficult on multiplayer. So yeah, now you're gonna be greeted by another generic type of objective, which is protect and escort the robot. Very cool. And yep, this clot is still frozen in place, and he's just, you know, deeply thinking about what the hell this update even is. So yeah, this wave is gonna be like a couple of flesh pounds, it's gonna be like a couple of, I don't know, maybe scrakes, maybe some, I don't know, quarter pounds and shit like that. But I mean, nothing that a perk that can actually kill big things can't handle. Oh, you need to activate to get him out. Very nice. And here he comes. But yeah, man, to successfully protect the drone, yeah, you do need some perks that can kill a lot of things at once. Preferably, like, I know, a demolitionist can just, like, shoot at it and everything's just dead. Or either, like, a firebug, or you can have, I know, the berserker with the homoclobber. And keep in mind, if you stand near him, he's actually gonna go a little bit faster. So you can get out of this copy-paste map as fast as possible. So yeah, it is recommended to just, like, weld a couple of doors behind, so you know the drone is not gonna get attacked from every angle possible. Okay, he's actually getting butchered, but just throw out a welder and fix him. And the drone's destination is right over here. So yeah, now he's gonna go into that blood pool and he's gonna apparently poison the blood. Very cool story. And as you can see, these tubes are no longer pulling in blood, they're pulling in the poison. Sure thing. Okay, which objective didn't we have yet? Oh, that's right, repair and weld. Very cool. But yeah, man, on this wave there's gonna be like a bunch of, you know, flesh wounds and little things that are just gonna be ruining your day. So it is recommended to just like kill them as fast as possible. And if you're playing multiplayer, yeah, this is gonna be even easier, because one's gonna be running around and repairing, while everyone else is gonna be killing the dudes. I mean, now just imagine if you actually play with like a coordinated team, you know, like everyone's talking to each other. Now that would be just piss easy. But yeah, this objective, it is more long than anything else, because you know you have to like weld and kill and weld and kill, and you have to weld 9 things in total. And here is gonna be the last one, and of course a bunch of spooders. Yes, we did objective. Very cool. But yeah, man, do let me know on what you think about these objective mode maps, because for me personally they're just, I know, forgettable. Because, you know, Killing Floor 1 had objective mode, and it was, like, very freaking epic. But, I mean, Killing Floor 2's objective mode, it's just so, I know, rushed. Just copy-paste from, I know, Steam Fortress. So yeah, now we're gonna have the last objective, and it's gonna be you standing your ground. Hey, original. But yeah, do keep in mind, Zeds are only gonna be coming from the right side, for some unknown reasons. So yeah, if you just, like, stand here, maybe, like, weld the door, and you should be theoretically good to go. But yeah, this is gonna be the wave that's gonna bring out the most, you know, flesh bones, quarter pounds, skrakes and shit like that, so be sure to be a perk that can, you know, actually withstand those things. Like a demolitionist, sharpshooter, gunslinger, shit like that. Maybe like a medic, just in case they like come into the area. But I mean, if you have like a decent demo on your team, yeah, they're not gonna be even coming close, because, you know, nukes and shit like that. Yeah, it's just the best. So yeah, once you actually finish that objective, yeah, you're gonna be greeted by 2 boxes that you have to press. And look at this shit. Press this one. And press this one, because apparently you just have to go and kill the Cloth Mother, which is that thing right there. So yeah, once you actually do that, you're gonna get greeted by the new boss. Nope, you're gonna get greeted by the Patriarch for some unknown freaking reasons, but I mean, sure thing, why not? So yeah, the Patriarch is the only boss that can spawn on this map. Not sure why they didn't add, you know, objective mode for the new boss, but I mean, that's just how they roll, right? So yeah, once you actually go and kill the freaking Patriarch, yeah, this is gonna be the end of the map. I mean, hopefully I can kill him right now, because I can't even see where the hell he is going at. Oh, and there he goes. Rest in pepperonis, my dude. Oh, he's lagging. Why is he lagging? I mean, just in case you didn't see the end screen of this objective mode yet. Yep, here we go. Rest in peace, this Cloth Mother, apparently. So yeah, now let's move on to the new weapons that got added in this update.
Yeah, boy.
So yeah, 2 new free weapons got added in this update, and the first one I'm gonna take a look at are the HRG Winter Bites. And for those of you who don't know, they're just reskinned Spitfires that shoot out ice cubes, or ice circles. So yeah, what is this weapon all about? Well, for starters, yeah, this weapon is only for the gunslinger. I mean, you can obviously use it for, you know, the survivalist. But yeah, this is kind of like a cheap, how should I say, freeze thrower, because you can just go, freeze everything up, and it's especially good for, you know, boss waves. Because you can just like freeze a boss, especially something like the Abomination, and the dude is, yeah, not even a boss anymore. So yeah, the way I would personally describe this weapon is a better freeze thrower. I mean, look at it. I mean, fair enough, it's not the most practical thing ever, but I mean, if you're into that playstyle, then yeah, this weapon is most likely gonna be for you, which is not that bad. But yeah, do keep in mind, if you shoot in the ground, you have like more of a chance to actually freeze them than if you just like shoot directly at them. But I mean, you're most likely gonna be killing them anyway, so I don't know. So yeah, these weapons are kind of like just like your generic supporting weapon, and they're extremely good for, you know, just like freezing bosses and skrakes and flesh bones and shit like that. Flesh bones not so much, because you're most likely gonna be raging them before actually freezing them, but for skrakes and bosses, it's pretty good. But if you want to know the exact stats on this weapon, I'm gonna put the patch notes in the description so you guys can go and read those for yourselves. So yeah, the other weapon we do have right here is the HRG Incision, and this thing is for the medic. And if you haven't guessed already, yeah, this is just a railgun. I mean, in the beta it did have the lock-on feature, but currently it doesn't have lock-on because that was a little bit too strong. But once you actually shoot at something, yeah, you're gonna be doing 400 damage per shot. And on top of that, you're also gonna be EMPing the Z, which is, you know, just another, how should I say, supporting type of weapon, and my god, is it actually good. To be fair, I only use this weapon for bosses. I don't like use it for, you know, mid-waves as much as I would like to use it. Because, I mean, the team does need a little bit more healing than, you know, support. But, I mean, what can you do, right? Oh, he does. Did you just get EMP'd? What are your plans? But yeah, I should probably mention that the darts actually do a little bit of damage. I mean, not like that much damage, but you can kill clots and spiders and shit like that in one shot from them. Which is kind of cool, if you ask me. Rest in pieces right here, will be missed. But yeah, overall, the two new free weapons are pretty much just supporting weapons. So if you're into like the supporting type of playstyle, yeah, these two new weapons are gonna be directly for you. And I personally only use these two weapons on boss waves because, you know, this weapon is like a guaranteed EMP. And, you know, the winter bites are, you know, a cheaper, how should I say, freeze thrower, and it weighs less. And now let's move on to the two new DLC weapons.
Yeah, boy.
So yeah, these are gonna be the two new DLC weapons in this update, the Mosinagant and the Riot Shield. But yeah, currently the price for both of them is $11.99. Basically $12. And if you transfer that into euros, you know, my currency, yeah, that's gonna be 10 euros and 50 cents. Which is, you know, better than 18 euros like before, but it's definitely still pretty much a scam. But yeah, do keep in mind, this is currently on sale, so now is like the best time, if any, to buy these weapons. So you're not gonna like overpay for extra content. And if you guys want to know more about these discounts, I'm gonna put the link in the description. Oh, and by the way, this update also brought Emote Crate Series 3, and if you guys want to check out how they look like, I'm gonna put the link in the description to another fellow YouTuber called DarkWestern. So yeah, he basically unboxed a ton of these, and he got, I do believe, pretty much everything in deluxe. So yeah, be sure to check him out if you're interested in how these, you know, emotes look like. But yeah, anyway, here we have the Mosinagant, and this weapon is gonna be a tier 3 weapon, which means you can upgrade it 2 times to make it even better than it already is. So yeah, what is this weapon, and is it worth, you know, the price tag? But yeah, I did do a bunch of videos on the Mosinagant, so if you're interested in a bit more content with it, then be sure to check my channel. But yeah, man, overall, the Mosinagant, it's not even that bad of a weapon. I mean, I personally love it because, I mean, I am a fan of the weapon. And I do like it because you can actually poke things, which is like a guaranteed one shot for the little things. Something that the sharpshooter struggles with. So that's kinda nice. And on top of that, you can also block. And you see this skin. Cool. But yeah, pretty much you can just like block with this thing and it's gonna be pretty freaking epic. So that means you can just like funnel them and then just like kill them, you know, afterwards. But yeah, do keep in mind this thing is a bolt action rifle, so that means, yeah, if you get cornered, it's gonna be extremely freaking awkward. But yeah, this weapon, it's not gonna change the meta for, you know, the sharpshooter, because it's just, you know, a gimmicky weapon. It's cool, it has like some new features and you can poke with it, but that's about it. It looks nice though. But yeah, the other weapon we have right here is the Riot Shield. Now, I did do like a video on the Riot Shield like yesterday, because I didn't even know the update was gonna come out yesterday. And yep, in my opinion, I do believe this weapon is kind of like a game changer for the SWAT, because, you know, you can actually block with it, and once you do actually block, yeah, you're gonna be reducing incoming damage by 60%, which means the SWAT can now actually tank a couple of hits, and he's not just gonna like roll over like he did before. So that's kinda sweet. So yeah, like I said, 60% damage reduction, and on top of that, I mean, you can bash with the shield, it's not like the best thing ever, but it does, you know, 35 damage when you do actually bash. That's not like that much damage, but the shield is used for this, stumbling the Zeds, so you can shoot them a little bit better. So that's pretty much the Riot Shield in a nutshell. I mean, you can kind of like pretend that the Riot Shield is a battering ram. And the cookie just got annihilated. But yeah, man, when the Riot Shield was actually introduced, I was kind of like, oh shit, this is gonna be a pointless weapon because you have to like aim to block. But I mean, when you get used to it, I mean, it's not even all that half bad, to be completely honest. But I mean, the more I'm playing with it, the more I'm kind of seeing its freaking potential. and it's kinda cool. And I've been fair enough, I did play like a couple of matches yesterday on multiplayer with this thing. And yep, it does exactly what I thought it was gonna do. Yeah, you just pick a map that is like a corridor type of area, and then you just like stand there, maybe like move left and right. And yep, all the flesh wounds are gonna be hitting you, and you know, every other perk on your team is gonna be killing them. And that's the power of the Riot Shield. But yeah, even if you can't afford these, you know, 2 DLC weapons, yeah, you're not gonna be missing much, because, I mean, they're not gonna change the meta all that much. I mean, the Riot Shield maybe, but the Nagant, it's more for show. So yeah, now let's move on to the last thing in this update, which is the boss called the Matriarch.
Yeah, boy.
But yeah, here we're gonna have the new boss called the Matriarch. Now the Matriarch, it kind of has the same, how should I say, movement as the Patriarch, so as long as you have some cover, yeah, she's pretty easy to beat. Now the only problem with her is, yeah, on multiplayer, if you have like a potato-ish team, and if they go in front of the plasma cannon, yeah, that's when this boss can get a little bit, how should I say, difficult. And yep, this is one of her deadliest attacks. And if you don't find cover, yeah, she actually does a lot of damage. I mean, fair enough, I was not trying to dodge, I was just trying to, you know, show you that attack. And here you go, you just go behind the corner and she can't do jack shit. Easy. But yeah, as you can see up top, she does have some shield, she has a health bar, and she has 2 other bars. One is for her, you know, head armor piece, and the other one is for her cannon. Now, the best tip I can give you is destroy her cannon as fast as possible, but if you can't, you just keep on shooting and, you know, awaiting her, and do keep in mind, kill E-Dars, because if you don't, yeah, they're gonna kill you, most likely. But yeah, once you actually destroy everything that the Matriarch has, you know, the shield, the armor piece, and the cannon, she becomes, you know, very weak. And at this point, yeah, only, how should I say, the E-Dars can get your ass. Oh, and that's an attack that only works on Berserkers. Because, I mean, for anything else, you're most likely not gonna be near him. And she also has a tentacle. But yeah, when she spawns, she is the most difficult for, you know, ranged type of perks. But, you know, later on, she is extremely difficult for Berserkers. Yeah, of course, E-Dar. Because why not, right? But yeah, since this is solo, I can like kill her with, you know, just the darts. I mean, even if she pulls you in with that tentacle, she doesn't do like that much damage. Yeah, that's what I mean about the siren attack. That is like the most difficult thing for Berserkers. But yeah, for this boss, just pick, you know, the perks that are for bosses. Don't pick like, I don't know, a SWAT or a commando. Either pick fast perks or perks that do a lot of damage. And yep, I just killed her with a dart, and I apparently completed a weekly thing. So yeah, this was the Matriarch, and if you're wondering on what she does on multiplayer, then I do have a video on that, so you can go and check it out. So yeah, this is the entirety of the Yuletide horror update, and you guys can be the judge. Is it actually a good update or not? For me personally, it can be a lot more, because, you know, Killing Floor has a lot of potential, but I mean, 2019 didn't seem like it had potential anymore, so let's hope for 2020, right? So yeah, do let me know in the comments on what you guys think about this update in general, and yeah, I hope this video was informative at least, and everything I talked about is gonna be in the description, so hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did enjoy, then be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and see you guys next episode. Adios.